Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Naila Mansilvia. I am from class A. Student ID number E1A025025. Study program C1 Law, Faculty of Law, Universitas Jenderal Sudirman. With the supervising lecturer, Ms. Nisa Royasa, SPD MSor. This video is my response to a legal case for the English for Law course. Today I would like to give my response to the 2002 Bali bombing case, which is one of the most serious acts of terrorism in Indonesian history. The background of the case is the terrorist attack that occurred on October 12, 2002 in Kuta, Bali. The attack involved a series of bomb explosions targeting popular nightlife areas, including Paddy's Pub and the Sari Club. As a result of the bombing, 202 people were killed and more than 200 others were injured. Most of the victims were foreign tourists, especially from Australia, as well as Indonesian citizens. The case started when members of terrorist organization planned and executed coordinated bomb attacks using car bombs and suicide bombers. The attack was intended to capture instability and international attention. This incident shocked not only Indonesian but also the global community. The main legal issue in this case is whether the perpetrators' actions constitute terrorism and crimes against humanity, and how the Indonesian legal system should respond to acts of terrorism that threaten national security and public safety. Relevant law applied in the case. In handling the bombing case, the Indonesian government applied anti-terrorism laws and criminal laws provisions at the time of the attack. Indonesia did not yet have a comprehensive anti-terrorism law. Therefore, the government issued government regulation in lieu of law. Perpu No. 1 of 2002 on the eradication of terrorism, which was later enacted as Law No. 15 of 2003. According to this law, terrorism is considered an extraordinary crime because it involves mass casualties, organized planning, and threats to national security. The perpetrators were charged with serious criminal offenses including terrorism, murder, conspiracy, and the use of explosives. Based on the statutory framework, the death penalty and life imprisonment were possible punishment for the main perpetrators. Several key offenders such as Amrozi, Imam Samudra, and Ali Gufron were sentenced to death after being found guilty through a legal process. In my opinion, the court's decision in the Bali bombing case was legally justified and necessary. The judges carefully examined the evidence, witness testimonies, and the defendants' roles in planning and executing the attacks. The application of anti-terrorism law was appropriate because the crime clearly met the elements of terrorism. I agree with the court's decision to impose severe punishment, including the death penalty for the main perpetrators. This is because the scale of harm caused was massive, involving in innocent civilians and international victims. The punishment reflected the seriousness of the crime and aimed to deliver justice to the victims and their families. However, the case also raised important legal debates, especially regarding retroactive application of law, since the anti-terrorism regulation was issued after the bombing occurred. Some critics argued that this violated the principle of legality. Nevertheless, the Constitutional Court later upheld the law, emphasizing that terrorism is an extraordinary crime that requires extraordinary measures. From a legal perspective, the Bali bombing case saw the importance of having strong and clear laws to combat terrorism. The case became a turning point for Indonesia in developing a comprehensive legal framework to prevent and punish terrorism. In my view, law enforcement alone is not enough. The government must also focus on prevention, deradicalization, and international cooperation. Terrorism is not only a legal problem but also a social and ideological issue. In conclusion, the 2002 Bali bombing case demonstrates how law plays a crucial role in maintaining public order, protecting human rights, and ensuring national security. The legal response taken by Indonesia was firm and necessary, and it helped strengthen the country's commitment to fighting terrorism through the rule of law. That's all my video. Thank you for watching.